Hello everyone, how are we all doing? Welcome. I think I'm still wearing the same shirt I was wearing last week. It's my PJ shirt in fairness, so leave it be. My only PJ shirt, obviously. Don't know why I worded it like that. How's everyone doing? My week off got cancelled, unfortunately. I was going to spend some time away with friends. It didn't end up happening. Long story, but I'm back. And the plus side of that is we can finish double exposure this week. So that's my plan. I mentioned it in the Discord earlier. However, my game plan is we're going to do Chapter 3 today. And hopefully, we're going to do Chapters 4 and 5 both tomorrow. Because they're shorter chapters, and I kind of feel like we could combine them. I don't know if I'll do them in one stream, or whether I'll do like 2 separate streams on YouTube, or how I'll do it. I haven't decided properly yet. I need to think about it. But yeah, I'm planning to finish it tomorrow. So you'll see everything by the end of the day tomorrow, as long as nothing happens. Because I'd like to stream Black Ops 6 on Friday. That's my plan. Fingers crossed we actually end up doing that, because I'm not streaming Payday 3 at the minute. You know, I told you, man. I told you, I'm not playing Payday 3 until they fix that problem. And I've had no updates yet. I know they're working on it, but I've had absolutely no updates with regards to my no-name or stuttering issues. So hopefully I'll find out some soon. That's all I'm going to say on the Payday front. I know people keep popping up occasionally asking questions about Payday stuff. The general thing, and mods, feel free to let them know if they pop up, is I'm just kind of ignoring them for the sake of these. I want to enjoy playing double exposure without Payday 3 things popping up constantly. So
I'll take a couple of them soups for tonight.
You don't need soup.
Nobody needs soup more than me. Take the soup, will you?
14 months. That's almost half a year.
Truly crazy. It is truly. Oh wow! Look, we got several subs back to back. Whoa! When am I ever going to update that sub alert? Never. Why didn't it say balls? Tony said balls, but didn't read it out.
Last time on Life is Strange, Max found an imposter that killed her wife. Sounds a little sus like a mom.
Oh my goodness, stop it. Thank you very much to Kais for the 14 months, Tony for the 49 months, and Ant Dude for the 35 with Prime. Very nice. Thank you all very much. Totally fair, you won't be on Payday 3 anytime soon. Take good care and keep the vibes up where possible. Yeah, no, absolutely. That's the thing. My attitude is, like I've said, if I haven't got anything good to say about something, I just won't talk about it. And the amount of times I've tweeted something and gone, that's a bit too negative, then deleted it, I've lost count. I'd rather be positive about stuff. So yeah, if anyone does pop up during the stream and can let people know, if anyone asks about Payday 3 stuff, just let them know I'm just ignoring it intentionally while we're doing this playthrough, because we're here to have good vibes and chill. I mean, not many people come for these streams, which is fair, you know, it's whatever. I don't really give a shit that much. I mean, I'd love if more people watch them, but these games are like my personal happy place, right? I really, really love these games, and I'm quite happy just chilling, playing them through with you all, and especially, as I've said, since these are games that I've played the game already a couple of times, I know what's coming and all these different bits, I can talk you through it, and I'll give my thoughts, and yeah, I think it works better that way. That's what I tell myself anyway. So welcome. We're going to do a proper YouTube intro now so that I can trim it out in the YouTube video. So let's get over to the screen here, and then we can begin. Just finished the game, the end of Chapter 4 and the whole Chapter 5 don't feel right. Yeah, George, I don't think the narratives are strong in the final 2 chapters. But like I said, I think we will do both of those tomorrow on stream. I think they'll be better back to back, because Chapter 4 and 5 you can probably do in the length of like Chapters 1 or 2. So like, I've made thumbnails already for Chapters 4 and 5 streams, so I don't know whether to just do the separate episodes or do one video that combines those 2 chapters. I haven't decided. Sucks to hear the first 2 chapters have been great. I think it's just, without spoiling it, I don't think everything gets answered in a satisfying way. And I think it's a little bit too safe and a bit too similar. That's all I will say so far. I think the problem is they set themselves up with a really, really strong narrative in the opening chapters that I just don't think they were equipped or necessarily had thought everything through in such a way to pay it off successfully. Which sounds really rude, but you know what I mean? Like, I feel like the opening is so strong that I think it would have been challenging to get the ending to be as good, but it could have been better. It definitely could have been better, but it doesn't matter. You know, it's still a good game overall. I still really enjoy it. I just don't think it's the best one, so we'll see. Anyway, let's get into it. So let's do a little YouTube intro, and then we can begin. God, the mess behind my bed is getting worse and worse. My floor is a tip. The ADHD hyperfixation, like, I don't even know. Is that an ADHD thing, not tidying your room? I swear I've heard that before, or like being overwhelmed by it, because I constantly look at it and go, I need to tidy that, and then just don't fucking do it. It's a problem. It's a serious problem. Right, let's do a little intro. Give myself a little pause so I can cut in, and we'll carry on. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Life is Strange double exposure playthrough. We are now on Chapter 3 of our live stream series playthrough, so we're getting straight into it with very little build-up, because last time we ended up on the cliffhanger that Safi's killer was Max. Is that true? How has it happened? Where are we going to go from here? Well, Let's find out. Let's continue it. As always, this is being live streamed on both YouTube and Twitch, so occasionally I may read out some live chat messages, but we're going to fully absorb ourselves into the game either way and see where the story goes from here. Pretending like I don't already know. That's the whole point of these playthroughs. It's a chill recounting of it. But here we go. Let's see what happens in Chapter 3. And of course, the most important decision is choosing our outfit, which is, oof. I do really like the zombie look, but it's kind of like that point I made before about the indoor and outdoor outfits being too different. There is particularly one scene, I think, towards the middle of the chapter, where Max is in this outfit, like, with not even with the beanie on, with, like, just the long brown hair. Then the next scene, bam, zombie. And it's like, what happened while the screen was black, Max? I do really like this look. I think I used that for my review video. I do really like that. Tell your cat I said pss, pss. That's good. I'm going to stick with this outfit because I do really like this one. I think this one's quite good. So we're going to roll with that. Oh, and there goes my microphone. Chapter 3, Spin! Soundtrack of this game is still so good. There hasn't been a single Life is Strange game with a bad soundtrack. If that day ever comes, then, well, I mean, it won't be a proper Life is Strange game. You can't have a Life is Strange game with a bad soundtrack. It's just not possible, physically.
Oh, how is it already morning?
Where have the subtitles gone? Hello, game? What's happened? What's happened there? There should be subtitles here. Thank you very much. Where did you go with those? Huh?
This makes about as much sense as it did last night.
I understand, obviously, it's a
Let's
big
take a
shot
look at the
cliffhanger, but
evidence
man, that
for
picture is
the
such a meme. It's such
Gotta
a
be
meme.
missing something.
Have I still got it on my computer here? Yeah, look at that. Bam. Just that picture, man. That picture is just so funny to me. Oh.
No matter what that photo of me suggests, there's no way I shot Sophie.
No. Well, let's have a look over the evidence then. We do have Gwen's flash drive. That was an optional piece of evidence. Let's see what it tells us.
Hold on. She's looking right at the camera, like she knows it's there. Does she want to get caught?
Yeah, Gwen had been struck off on account of dealing drugs to students, and that video footage looks
Or
quite incriminating.
Is this another doppelganger?
We've had a few of those so far.
No matter what that photo of me suggests, there's no way I shot Sophie.
The Max photo.
Is that me? Did I go back in time and do that? It doesn't make any sense. And I would never hurt Sophie. Not on purpose.
No, she'd accidentally
That
aim a
isn't
gun at
me.
her while the picture's
It
being
can't
taken.
be.
But she is crying in the
Maybe
picture.
If I go object
So,
by object, an answer will jump out at me.
what about the car then?
Vin definitely knows more about the cow skull than he's letting on. Plus,
Definitely.
there was that photo of him and Sophie canoodling. But what does that even mean?
What, canoodling? I mean, Google it if you're not sure, Max.
Before Sophie died, Gwen got her book canceled. And I still don't know why. But that doesn't mean she killed Sophie. Plus, Dead World Gwen seems genuinely torn up over her death. Yeah, the Gwen theory has some holes.
What about Lucas Colmenaro's book?
Restraining Order Lucas said Sophie once threatened to turn his son against him.
What a label!
It certainly implies some bad blood in their past.
Not Living
But that
World
Lucas
Lucas,
was scared of
Restraining Order
Sophie.
Lucas.
Not out for revenge. None of this is conclusive enough.
No. But you know what is? Coffee.
Coffee. Coffee is friend. Get coffee now.
Makes sense. Let's get some coffee. Let's get some coffee, people. Feels like a good idea. Maybe it'll help.
No matter how much I stare at you, you refuse to make sense.
And yet you're still funny somehow.
Moses?
Oh. I doubt it's Moses. He ran away quite afraid last night.
Hello, Miss Caulfield.
Oh, fuck.
Can I come in?
What a response.
The photo. If he sees that.
I have some questions for you.
Oh, do you now? Well, I didn't invite you in. You just waltzed in. So... No, you know what? Get out! Get out!
Hey, what the fuck, man? You can't just barge in here.
Damn right.
See, here I was thinking you agreed to help me out.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean just walking in without an invitation. I know you're not a vampire, but come on, fella. Don't let him see my Discord sticker. Don't let him see it. It will be a problem.
There are just a few details I'm struggling to make sense of.
Okay. And those are?
Go ahead.
Arcadia Bay, where you went to high school, right?
Yes?
A beautiful town with a surprisingly violent story to tell. Not unlike...
Arcadia Bay and Safi are not connected.
a whole town wiped out by a freak storm. What do you think, Miss Caulfield? Are you the one who's unlucky, or is it just everyone who ever meets you?
I mean, it's like, I don't blame him for making that connection, but it doesn't really help anything here, so.
Go fuck yourself. Arcadia Bay has nothing to do with Safi.
It doesn't, in fairness.
There it is.
She's just unlucky.
Touched a nerve?
But-
I knew I'd find one if I kept poking around.
Detective, I'm not answering any more of his questions.
What the fuck happened to the telescope, Maxine?
You see, this is what I was waiting for. I was like, you've got to question that at some point. I mean, it was there, and it wasn't there, and then all of a sudden it was, just right in front of you. What do you mean, though? I'm gonna gaslight you.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Someone was in the office with me. I could hear them. I saw Moses in the hallway, but I didn't see you.
Okay.
All right, enough. We're not getting anywhere. This case has been abnormal from the beginning. None of the evidence makes any sense.
At least that's something we can agree on.
But I know why now. Somehow, all this death leads to you.
That's not true.
And yet that photo on the desk says otherwise.
He saw it. He saw the photo. Stupid, Max. Stupid, stupid. What the hell do I do now?
Good question.
None of this makes any sense. What happened that night? Why the fuck am I in this picture? The old me would have just jumped back in time to the moment this photo was taken.
Yeah, she would. Unless...
Maybe I still could.
Woo! can see the straining in her face. Like, damn. I love that we do the exact same thing as the original game, man. I love it. Okay. Let's try and line these photos up. There we go. Think we got it? Yeah, there we go. Boom. Oh. See, she still does have some of the rewinding powers. And, oh, look at that. She's holding the gun.
So that's what it feels like to capture the perfect photo. No. Feels good. Final.
Safi.
It's here too.
But
Uh-oh.
there wasn't a storm the day Safi died.
And
Maybe
yet now
we
there
are
is.
cursed. You, me, and Maya.
I like how in the middle you can't even tell what timeline it is because it doesn't say if it's living or dead. It's the orange colour for living and blue for dead, and now it's just this weird little pale grey or pale green. I don't
Safi,
even know.
wait. Who is Maya?
Mm.
What was she talking about?
Stop stalling, Max.
How do I stop this?
Tell me how to stop this. What do I have to do?
Pull the trigger.
Okay, so we're no closer to understanding what's going on. But I just love that she does that. I love that we get that rewind moment. So, like, yeah, her powers evolved, but she still has some of the levels of her original power.
What? No. No, that wasn't enough time.
Gonna try and go back? Considering you just did it, I don't think that's a good idea, Max.
Come
Oh.
on. If I can...
The nosebleed effects are certainly better than the original game, I'll say that much.
Fuck.
I wonder what it looks like if you, like, I'm trying to think about it. They talk about it a tiny bit, I think, in the first game. What does it look like from the perspective of someone else watching her jump into a photo? Does she just kind of stand there in a
right.
trance?
I don't know how, but you were.
I have to tell him. Everything.
Yeah, you do. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. You're in trouble here, Max. You're in trouble. Oh wait, this is the Final Fantasy outfit set, I forgot. So she's wearing like the special coat and beanie from that. I don't know what character it's meant to be, I just know it's Final Fantasy inspired. I ain't got a clue beyond that. I have an explanation, as much of one as I can have. As I have, meet me at the Overlook, really Max there. I know it doesn't make sense, I'll do my best, please. Fine. Alright. Anything new on the main feed from, I don't know, maybe Chloe? Nope. Nothing new from Chloe. That's the most important thing, I mean, come on. Gwen, thank you to the Water by Plants. Not sure you got in my office, but they're alive and it's appreciated. Amanda. Finals may be postponed, but the Snapping Turtle is still open to anyone who wants some late night coffee or just someone to be around. Can we be around, Amanda? Can we be around? Maybe?
Moses is waiting for me up there. Hopefully.
Then let's get up there. Wait, hang on. New post from Captain Chloe. My go-to flirt game is simple. 1, compare hand sizes. Hands are hot. 2, hold hands. 3, hand holding and dancing equals grinding. Bruh. Bitch, ain't nobody falling for that. I think it's cute. It's them tattoos because you really don't know what you're doing out there, Cher. Obviously not everyone agrees with you. Isn't Chloe like 30 at this point? 29, 30? Damn, Chloe. Sometimes flirting never changes, does it? should be checking more for like the optional collectibles as I'm going around. Either way. Up we go.
This is where the police tape was yesterday. Did the cops take it down on Alderman's orders?
Seems like it.
He's not here. Yet. Let's give him a few minutes. Maybe wait on the bench.
We can get a snapshot of the flowers. Ooh, message from Yasmin. I reached out to Detective Alderman this morning for an update, and he sounded very much addled. He said he spoke to you. What did you say to him? Please tell me you didn't say anything to jeopardize this case. No, that's just who he is. I've only known him for like a day, but I get the impression he's always pretty on edge. You're probably right, he's a little intense, just want answers, and he's my only hope right now. You seem already, like, confident that she took her own life. You put somewhere, right? Did she say that somewhere? Or did she not? She at least asked about it. Which just... yeah, weird. Okay.
I know Sophie would have something poetic to say about this. If only.
Bam. Art. Let's have a seat and await Mr. Moses.
You stay the fuck away from me.
What if he doesn't come?
Then the game ends. That's it.
Couldn't blame him. I killed his best friend. What does that say about me? That any version of me, could do something like that?
It's gotta be a scary thought because she didn't even have to do that in the original game. I love these songs, man.
He's probably not coming.
And moments later, he came.
Diamond knows where I am and who I'm meeting. So don't do anything stupid.
I deserved that.
You wanted to talk. So talk. Tell me the truth. Tell me why you did it.
I haven't done it yet. Best answer.
I don't think I've actually done it yet. I think it was a future version of me.
Yeah, I'd be
Moses,
like...
wait! I asked you to come here so I could show you proof. Something is weird about this place. Look. These flowers. What are the odds they'd bloom in the middle of winter? Exactly in the shape of Sophie's body?
Yeah, that is really odd.
5 minutes and then I leave.
Okay. So, what if I told you there's this other timeline where Sophie is alive and I can travel between this timeline and that one?
4 minutes.
I know that it sounds insane, but I can show you.
I mean, would you believe her
Hop
immediately?
from this timeline to the other.
I'm not sure I would.
You'll see me poof disappear.
Yeah, to some magical fantasy world where you didn't kill Sophie, right?
It's not a fantasy world. It's connected to this one. If I try to, I can even see the other one from here.
Wait, you can see across them?
And here, too.
So if you disappear or whatever, and I do something while you're gone,
I can tell you what it was when I come back. And then... you'll believe me?
it'd be a start.
Okay. Okay, deal.
Time to do some proving.
Alright. There's
Prove
a
you have
chance
powers.
Moses will believe me. First, I gotta hop over to the other timeline.
Let's do it. Hey, Moses.
Now to see what Moses... Shit. I think Moses is too stunned to do anything.
There
Let me jump back over to make sure I didn't break him.
are new posts on here as well. Oh, Moses. Any chance you know what happened to my telescope? The very heavy, very expensive telescope I was almost done assembling. I stepped away for a few minutes, then when I came back, it was no longer close to being assembled. Faulty materials! He's not going to buy that, surely. Maybe they sent you a bad telescope and it disassembled itself. If such a thing were even possible, it'd be on par with the miracle of physics that led to this current situation. What does Isaac Newton say about this sort of thing? Sadly, he'd be as clueless as I am. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Wait, what? I hope you realise the gargantuan can of worms you opened by sending that picture of the restraining order to Safi. I don't know, Lucas. Maybe that can needs to get opened. You armed my enemy, Max Caulfield. I have no reprieve, and I pray you don't either. Damn. Oh, Amanda. I get it mornings for suckers, you have to say it back. Oh, because you got the number. Guess you're busy, send me it when you can. Sorry if it was a little hard and you just don't be a stranger, okay? Who is this? Oh, I really do love these two. Also, Max is 28 years of age, I think, and using XD. What is she, Troy in 2016? It's all I ever fucking used for like 2 years. It's ridiculous. Alright, let's check in on Moses. Hey, dude. You feeling okay?
Max? Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit.
Yeah, this is the point where I'd start
Sorry
believing her.
if I upset you.
Upset me? Are you kidding? You did something physics says should be impossible. Is impossible.
And yet,
So you
she did it.
believe me?
Yes. And no. You disappeared. Max, literally. I completely forgot to do anything.
Okay. Let's try it again.
I really like,
Ready when
genuinely,
you
the cast of supporting characters is so good, and I just really like Max and Moses' interactions. They're both really good. I think I remember saying in the initial trailer, Moses was a character who just kind of was like, oh, he seems alright.
Let's
Doesn't
try
seem like
this
he'll be
again.
anything interesting, but he's one of my favorite parts of this game. I really like him.
Psychic storm.
Of course, he's doing a comic booky pose. He says like he's not a comic book fan himself. Machine Angel, Psychic Storm. Let's recount that.
What did I do when you were away?
And then you said,
Subscribe to the Red Archer Live YouTube channel. Machine Angel, Psychic Storm.
Machine Angel Psychic Storm.
Yep. That's what I did. Wow. I mean...
Yeah. Near as I can tell, Safi's death is where the timelines split. I think her absence is the only difference between the two.
I guess that could be a big enough event to lead to...
You okay?
Which, and by the way, I've seen this, I
Oh,
think,
sorry.
since I'm just going to pause because this was interesting. Since we'd last streamed, I think one of the devs at Deck 9 confirmed that Moses was written to be an autistic character, and that's why he does that little finger tapping. It's like a little, what do they call it? Oh, what do they call it? What do they call it? Not a tick, that's Tourette's. Oh, I can't remember the... Stimming. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, no, also the same thing. And I did notice when he was doing that, I was like, why are they focusing on him doing that? But it's just to point out, it's just like a little trait of his character, which I think is quite nice. And just cool to have pointed out.
alive over there, huh?
She is. And she's...
Don't say happy. We both know that would be a lie.
You're right.
When you see her again, can you give her something for me?
Aw.
Bottle cap. How did you...
Safi slipped it back to me that night. Found it in my equipment. When you give that to her, tell her to stay safe, Max. Make her swear to it.
I wonder if he gives a different answer to how he got the bottle cap if you didn't give it to Safi. Because like one of the options in that first chapter is throwing a snowball at her, but she just dodges it and it flies off the top of the building. So does he go, I went and dug it out the snow? Like, I wonder. Tell her to keep safe, but what if she can't?
But what if... That's why I wanted to talk to you. I need your help. I thought I could protect Safi. But
You seem to be the one who's going to kill her, yeah.
When I was a teenager,
Oh, here we go.
rewind time. Just raise my hand and undo everything that had just been done.
Okay.
It's insane that he
If
just,
I had
like,
a
obviously he can
photo?
just believe her now.
I could go back even farther.
Wait. Could. Past tense?
It never worked out how I'd hoped. That's always the thing with time travel, right?
I know it sounds like it must have been amazing. But Moses, the things I caused to happen, just having a power doesn't necessarily give you mastery over it.
One of many lessons gleaned from X-Men comics.
The point is, I
Ugh. Nerd.
stopped using it, and now it barely works.
Okay, but there's a photo of you from that night with a gun. You're saying that could be the future you? Even though you can't do that anymore?
Well, I just
This
tried to.
morning I tried
Yeah, there you go.
rewinding into that photo. It felt like trying to flex an atrophied muscle. Nothing made sense. But I was there, in the past. Sophie mentioned Maya, and oh god, the storm.
Yeah, now where did that come from?
Max?
Look, there's a timeline where, for some reason, I shot Sophie. This one. And there's a timeline where I didn't. I feel like, intentionally or not, these two worlds exist because of a decision I'm going to have to make.
Holy shit.
Moses, I've been here before. When I could rewind, it broke time. People got hurt. I can't let what happened in Arcadia Bay happen here too. Oh, shit.
Now what's going on here?
Okay. First look at the crime scene is inconclusive. I'll need some further insight into Miss Llewellyn Fayette's mental state. Not to call a shot prematurely, but if this isn't suicide, I'd put money on a Mr. Moses Murphy, friend of the deceased, being the perp.
Why? Why Moses?
I need to introduce myself to Mr. Murphy.
He's talking like he hasn't already met you. Like he's...
Alderman from yesterday. An alderman that already happened?
So Moses can see him as well.
Max, this is really bad. Time isn't supposed to act this way.
It appears something was removed from her person post-mortem. Maybe the camera her mother mentioned.
We need to get the hell out of here.
I fucking knew it.
Uh-oh.
Returning to the scene of the crime? Amateur hour shit. How'd I let a couple of small-time fuck-ups like you get under my skin?
You're not making sense?
You're not making any sense.
You want to talk about sense? Nothing about you makes sense. Telescopes don't put themselves together. Evidence doesn't disappear.
Yes, it does. When Max is involved, yes, it does.
You're going to pay for what you've done, Maxine Caulfield. And I'm here to collect.
What? Rent money? What do you guys collect? think he's seen his own self but from back in time. The Doctor Who fan in me is like, this is not something that should happen. Don't do this. What's happening? Don't get too close. Oh. Now why would you reach out to touch him? Like now that is what amateur hour shit. Not what they were doing. What he's doing is amateur hour shit. I haven't followed the story at all. Why is he so mad? Play the game yourself, Tony. Don't have me spoil it here for you. Or watch the streams back.
Watch out!
Ooh, hoo, hoo. Do we save ourselves or do we help Alderman? Oh, Elian, do not pop up in my chat and have the first thing you say be don't judge Alderman for just wanting to touch himself. Fella, is there any need for that? Yeah, Noel, let's do a poll. Let's do a usual poll over on Twitch and let's see what people think we should do. Should we save ourselves or help Alderman? I mean, the dude walked up and touched his own back-in-time version of himself. What was he expecting was going to happen? Anyone who's watched any kind of science fiction show or film should have known that's a terrible idea. But cast your votes, Twitch chat. What shall we do? Save ourselves or save the detective? What do you all think? Oh, we got a few more people voting today compared to last week. Intriguing. Intriguing. Oh, it's a close one. Is it going to even out, or is it going to go more in one direction, or are these the final votes? Intriguing. Just a little bit of time left. The most important vote of this week. Oh, absolutely, Alien. Absolutely. No other polls have been nearly as important this week. Not at all. Not at all. Looking to me as though, out of the 7 people who voted, 4 have said save yourself and 3 have said save the detective. It's just increased. 5 have said save yourself. Therefore, screw you, detective man. We're getting out of this, baby.
You have to help me.
I just never expected her to punch him? Like, what? Ruh-roh, Raggy.
Did I kill him?
Hardly. He killed himself.
You had to. Would have been you otherwise.
She didn't kill him. Look, the idea that she killed him is insane.
If this spreads to campus, if our colleagues, our friends, our students get devoured like this,
I can just stop using my powers.
it started with Safi. Maybe if we can figure out why she died, maybe we can prevent all this.
That's what I've been trying to do. The whole day I've been talking to people and spying on them and taking their stuff.
Hey, Safi mentioned Maya, right? When you rewound?
Right. What do you think Maya has to do with all this?
No idea. Maya was before my time. But Gwen Hunter might know more than me. She was Safi's mentor during all that mess.
Gwen. Gotta go talk to Gwen.
Time to go and hunt her down. Sorry. If I saw myself in another timeline, I would run as far as I can. I would go up and like try and talk to them or be like, you know, I'm not going to lie and say I wouldn't be fascinated, but I wouldn't touch them.
Alderman was, and then he just wasn't. And Moses and I were standing so close. But I'm here now. I'm here. I'm all right.
Yes, you are. Dr. Gwen Hunter. Literature. Here we are, folks. Welcome. Let's go and talk to Gwen.
Talk to Gwen. See what she knows about Maya.
We do have a message from Moses, though. I know it's been an eventful morning. I'm still pausing it all, but I had a quick question. Are you able to get text while you're in the other timeline, trying to grasp the extent of what you can do from physics POV? No, can't. It's a different chain of text in the other world now. That's a big help. I'll be in touch a little later when I made some inroads into what happened earlier. Sounds good, boss.
While I'm at it, I'd like to know why she killed Sophie's book deal.
Just making sure, because I remember hearing something about like keeping an eye on Loretta's podcast. Seemed to see anything else. Was making sure there wasn't another monitor there. Okay. I was made an abyss in the YouTube chat is saying I thought the chapters were coming out later, not today. The full game has been out for a week now? Yeah, a week yesterday. The first 2 chapters came out 3 weeks ago yesterday, but the whole game has been out for just over a week now. Yeah. I've done a full review on it already. Release the Kraken! Reference to the first game!
The spaceship crashes right in the middle of a park, and this alien crawls out of the hatch.
That seems like a lot of money for a student project.
I'm only gonna shoot the trailer. I figure I can cut costs doing some old school practical effects.
Seems like you've got a plan. Still very ambitious.
Go big or go home, right?
I'd been meaning to ask Diamond about her new movie. It's nice to see her so excited about something other than Moses.
Yeah, because I think she's crushing on Moses, but the dude is in a happy relationship. So, I'm not even sure if he's bi. I know he's with a guy, but, you know, I don't know. But yeah, it seems like those Polaroid collectibles are another timeline, so who knows how many timelines there really are. Even if in gameplay we only really have 2. Santa hat.
My younger self might have thought this would make an edgy photo.
Maybe. I'm off to play it myself then. Hope you enjoy the game. I've played it already. This is my 3rd run we're doing on stream. I've done a full review of it, which you can check out on the on my channel in the videos section. There's an 8-minute spoiler-free section if you want to check it out, or watch it all when you've played it. But enjoy it. Hope you like it. Okay.
Audrey?
Podcast flyer? Oh.
I'm worried about
Loretta's podcast.
Sharing your story isn't what I'd call it.
No. Hassling people for information is what I'd call it. Dr. Gwen Hunter. Hello, darling. I'd like to speak to you about a murder. Would you care to peruse my questions for me?
Is that Sophie's book?
It's a bit thin if it is.
Hey, Gwen.
Max. No conversations for you to conveniently overhear this time. Sorry to disappoint.
Actually, I need to talk to you about Sophie.
No reason to beat around the bush.
I know you got Sophie's book deal canceled.
Shit.
Yep.
What I don't understand is why.
You really have a knack for learning shit you're not supposed to know, you know that?
Well, it's the
So
truth.
I've been told.
Well then. No use fighting the inevitable. What do you want to know?
Why do this to Safi?
That book meant the world to Sophie. You had to know that losing it would break her heart.
Of course I did. I busted my ass to help Safi get that deal in the first place. Introduced her to my agent, my publisher, lobbied for her. I don't regret it. That book was good.
This keeps getting weirder and weirder.
So you got the deal and then killed it?
Let me get this straight. You helped Sophie get the deal, and then you killed it?
Never let him know your next move.
If it had to be done, it made sense for me to do it. You know, I brought you into this world, etc.
Okay, so how did you convince the publisher?
So what did you tell the publisher that made them nix the deal?
I told them there was incendiary content in the book. Which was true. It would have harmed a lot of people. Safi included.
Okay, and what was so incendiary about it?
Sophie's book was incendiary? How? What was it about?
You really don't have an off switch, do you?
Nope.
How much did Safi tell you about Maya Okada?
Gwen's bringing up Maya? Time to pay attention.
She's just not been listening until now. Only a little. No, by name.
Not a lot. I know they were friends.
Understatement of the year. The two of them were like the creepy twins in The Shining. You never saw one without the other. And that Vin Lang kid used to follow the two of them around like a lost puppy. But then Maya took her own life.
And that's what Safi wrote about in her book?
Maya's death and everything around it. Her anger at her mom for even thinking of Caledon when she'd just lost a soulmate. Ultimately, I realized it wasn't worth putting Yasmin and Safi through all that again. I made a call. I don't know if it was the right one, but it's one I made.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the right call either, but
Sounds like
I can at least
Yasmin
understand the
can tell
logic
me
about
more
it,
about Maya.
slightly.
I'll have to be tactful.
Last thing, Safi's manuscript.
One last thing. Is that Safi's manuscript?
Oh, part of it. Why?
Oh, it makes more sense.
Can I read it?
No. That's where I draw the line. I don't trust you not to dig up old graves. Jesus. I've spilled too much already. Let's call this conversation over. Huh?
Shit. Now I'm even more convinced there's something important in that manuscript.
And this was the point where, in my first playthrough, I was too stupid to realise that you meant to go to the other timeline and look it up. I literally was trying to figure out how to get into that drawer for about 10 minutes. And I was like, oh, I can switch timelines. Don't know how I got to this point and hadn't realised that. I started doing a little digging into the Alderman situation, and it's already weird. Apparently neither Vermont State nor Lakeport Police Department have any record of a Detective Vincent Alderman ever. Okay. That is indeed odd.
How can they
Say the
have
least.
no record of him? They sent him.
Well, we'll get more information about that as the episode proceeds. Oh, snapshot of the record player.
Old
Damn
school.
right.
Nice.
Boop. Oh, posting this one. Gwen, being a vinyl girlie, feels incredibly on the nose. Don't recall giving you permission to poke around my shit, Caulfield. Classic Max, still going into people's rooms without asking. Shut up, Victoria. You deserved it. I mean, what? Alright, back into the living timeline. Oh, hang on, Amanda's posted. Sorry for the long wait times. Isaac and Emily are out 6. We're a little backed up. Wasn't anticipating this big of a lunch rush. Okay. Well, now we can just get straight into that drawer, baby. Look at that. It took me genuinely about 10 minutes to figure that out when I first played this. Alright. All the dodges we don't talk about. Safi fired.
Reading Safi's manuscript after all this feels like, I don't know, being hit by a tidal wave.
Let's give it a read. Beneath my feet, she still lies in her Sunday clothes. We killed her with our own hands, I mean our lack of hands. I killed her with my voice, I mean my lack of voice. Maya's book was like a child or a tumor or a rising beast within her. On the first page she wrote that she was drowning, and by the time she finished she was drowned. The drowned always surface, what isn't spoken still exists. You can chop her up and sell her for parts, but her ghost remains whole. Floating there in the corner of my kitchen, giving me that familiar look. The one that says, unstitch the binding, let the pages fall out, fluttering like birds shot down. The one that says, take him for everything he's got, and then some. Oh. Okay. Intriguing. So we will come back to some of this later, because reading that again properly actually makes some sense. If you've played the game, you know what I mean, but, well, you know. I like keeping you on your feet. I like teasing you.
Whatever happened with Maya was explosive. Let's see what Yasmin has to say about her.
Let's do it. Ooh, notes. I love that Gwen replied to her post instead of turning around and saying something. Yeah, true. That is true. Ooh. This morning I attempted to call student resources asking them why our classes for the rest of the semester had been cancelled. I was told in no uncertain terms it was none of my business. Oh, just wishing her the best. This is bullshit, you rock. I'm drunk. Apologies for stationery. It was the only thing within reach. Please. Oh, yeah, 'cause it says happy birthday. Caledon Lit Department. Ah, you will be avenged. I love the I'm drunk one. I don't know about anyone else. Like, my biggest characteristic with, like, writing things to people when I'm drunk is I will just send messages to friends saying that I love them. Which is, like, I know it's, like, so cringy, but, like, I will just randomly be like, I love you. Just, like, to friends. Just because I'm drunk and I get very emotional. That's the thing. I'm not like a bad drunk in any way. Like, I just get very emotional and also very giddy. Whereas, whoever this is just goes, I'm going to write a letter to my teacher and then put I'm drunk on it and shove it under the door. Okay. Let's go speak to Living World Yasmin, but we need to get out of this office.
Would you mind closing it behind you, Max?
No. Why? Just say no. Why do we have to do that? I don't want to do that. Fuck that. Alright. Was that Vin? No, it's a random dude. Alright, so we need to talk to Living World Yasmin in the Fine Arts Building. I believe she's over here somewhere? Where is she? Let's get in the right. Isn't she here, I think? Yeah. Yeah, there she is. Hello there, Yasmin. Going to talk to you about Miss Maya Okada.
Sorry, Yasmin, but I'll need to interrupt your downtime with some questions.
I'm not sorry.
Hi, Yasmin.
Maxine. How are you?
She's gotten far too happy at letting people call her
worried that
Maxine.
your
It was
nosebleed
never
yesterday.
Maxine in the first game.
Like I said, I get those all the time.
Still, be careful. Small symptoms can be signs of larger problems. A toothache can mean a heart attack.
Can it?
I'm gonna try not to think about that too
Yeah, I don't
much.
blame you. Can a toothache really lead to a heart attack?
I was
Directly?
hoping we could talk.
Come, sit.
Nice coat. Thanks. Ooh. You're in a good mood.
You look like you've won the day. Coffee's that good?
Our ratings are. Caledon is once again one of the top universities in the country. The coffee is just so-so.
We need to improve the coffee then.
Did Sophie tell you her book deal was cancelled?
What? No. How was she when she found out?
Not sure, but I bet she was devastated.
Oh, Sophia. I'll be sure to talk to her about this.
Let's talk about Maya.
I wanted to ask you about something. Have you heard of a student named Maya Okada?
Of course.
Of course she will have done, yeah.
She took her own life. 4 years ago. A horrible tragedy.
I think Sophie's book was cancelled because it was about Maya.
Impossible. Sophia didn't even know Maya.
Did Yasmin just lie to me?
She
Did I
did.
call her out? She'll be pissed, but I can cut straight to the point. Or should I go along with it and see what narrative she's trying to spin?
Ooh, big choice. Let's get a little poll going, people. Do we call her out or do we go along with it? Noelle, do the honors, please. Andy said, did the book get canned in both timelines? Yeah, so the timelines are the exact same up until the point where Safi dies, at which point the timelines split, and then you have one where she dies and one where she doesn't. So the book deal is cancelled in the lead up to her death that night, so it still happens in both timelines. So anything that happened before her death didn't change between the two. And a lot of things have stayed similar between the timelines afterwards. Alright, people, your choice is up. Are you calling her out or are you going with it? Pick your option in the Twitch poll now. Pick your option in the Twitch poll now, people. Actually, there's 23 people watching us right now. It's a bit more than usual for the Life is Strange streams. Thank you all. I appreciate you all being here. But what's the vote? Cast your vote and let's see what direction we go in. Don't know what this voice is. I mean, we obviously know that she's flat out lied, saying that Safi didn't even know Maya, based purely on what Gwen said about them being, like, inseparable, like the twins in The Shining, is enough evidence. But why write a book to so much detail saying we killed her with our own hands, without our hands, if she didn't know Maya. You know? Some kind of selfless crusade to account for the collective mistakes of the university? I don't think so. Alright, looks like we're going to be calling her out. 4 people have said call her out and 2 have said go with it. So Yasmin, I call bullshit.
Everyone I've talked to says Safi and Maya were joined at the hip. You had to have known that.
Are you implying I'm lying?
No, I'm not. I'm telling you, you are. Yeah.
All due respect, Yasmin. But I know you're not telling the truth.
Of all the brazen, ungrateful... Safia had nothing to do with what happened to Maya Okada. Whatever else may be true, that is the bottom line. What happened was messy and painful. You're Safia's friend. Surely you understand the need to protect her from rumors and gossip.
But does she want protection?
Safi's resilient. Shouldn't she decide if she wants protection?
Safi is my child. Whether she wants my protection or not, she will have it. Frankly, it shocks me you don't realize this. Vin understood immediately.
Me and Max doing the same head tilt at the same time.
Obviously, you won't stop digging. So go ask him yourself.
Wow, I guess I should talk to Vin.
Let's just hope this time he doesn't ask us to be sexy. Oh, sorry to bug you, but I had a question about Vin Lang and Maya Okada. Sure, what's up? Alright, let's ask him. Do you know anything about Vin's ties to Maya's death? What happened to Maya predates me, but Safi once told me that Vin made a statement about after she died. He said Maya was an incredibly talented writer, but she also had mental health problems. We tried to get her the help she needed, but that didn't work. If we'd known it was as bad as it was, we would have done more. That helps a lot, Moses. You're a gem. Okay. That's something I'd say.
He's probably in the admin building.
Oh, Amanda!
Yay, sport?
Sport?
We're just gonna walk past me without saying hello?
Really? Sport?
Sport?
Yeah. I'm trying out middle-aged white dad slang nowadays. Is it working?
Sure. What are you doing on campus?
Just going on a coffee run.
But your coffee's better at the Turtle. This one tastes like ass.
Enough about me. What are you doing here?
I work here.
No. I mean, I just saw you talking to President Fayyad. What were you talking about?
Why did you just say I like ass in my chat, Game Freak? I picked to go along with it in my playthrough because this choice made me think, wait, what if there's more differences in the timeline that we don't know about? That thought made me afraid to make bold assumptions in my choices. Wow. We trust Amanda, right? So, about Maya Okada.
I was asking her about Safi and her relationship with a student named Maya Okada.
Oh. Why?
It's kind of a long story, but it's for something important.
Sky's always falling for you, isn't it?
You have no idea.
Who's Sky?
Well, I'll leave you to your something important. See you around, Tiger.
Sport and Tiger.
See you, Amanda.
Damn. Hold on. Let's go talk to Vin.
He's probably in the admin building.
Oh, hello, Lucas. He's just chilling in his office. I don't think he wants to talk to us, though. The admin building. I'm looking for Vin. Last name Lang. He might be related to a Scot. Ant-Man. I don't know why it's taken me until now to make that joke, but we've made it. Not particularly a good one either. Hello, Vin. Let's discuss things. Wait, are all those bottles still in his bin? Oh no, it's Dead World Vin that has all the bottles. Tiger's not nearly as bad as Sport. No, I've said Tiger, but it's normally for a joke. Anyway.
Yasmin's out right now. Sorry to disappoint.
It's actually you I want to speak to.
Unless you're here for me. In which case, I'll do my best to be of service.
Do you talk like this to everyone who comes near Yasmin's
I know,
office?
it's extremely flamboyant.
I've never met a pissed off board member I can't defang with a little eyebrow action.
How long have you worked here, I guess?
How long have you worked in the president's office?
Right after graduation. The summer stock festivals wept because they couldn't have me. But Kahuna needed me right away.
I thought you might have worked here when you were still a student. You know, back when...
What was that?
Maya Okada went here.
Wow. You know Maya's name. Am I supposed to collapse under the weight of that revelation?
No, but that reaction is extremely suspicious.
You're supposed to talk to me like a human being about what happened.
Yeah, like,
what do you need
that was
me
the
for,
most defensive
Super Sleuth?
thing ever.
You're obviously capable of digging up ancient gossip on your own. Now, if you'll excuse me, Gwen's hearing completely scrambled Kahuna's schedule.
No casual chats
Kahuna?
about Maya.
Am I missing something?
Noted.
Is that Yasmin's middle name or something? Like, what do you mean Kahuna? Or is that something to do with the, and they said the Vortex Club, the Abraxas Society? Speak to Dead World Diamond in the admin building.
Why is Yasmin talking about you, of all people, Vin?
Let's see what Diamond has to say
I
then.
wanted to talk to you about Abraxas and who should be leading it.
Waiting until I'm down to try to kick me out, huh? I thought you were smarter than that. And nicer, frankly.
Ben, cut the bullshit. This isn't about you. It's about the best person to head Abraxas. Right now, you're not in a place
I'm
where
in a
you
place
can...
to keep Abraxas above it all. As long as I have this job, we could light the observatory on fire and get away with it.
You're not even a student here. You graduated years ago. Plus, Abraxas should be about marginalized people making subversive art. Not about straight white guys getting wasted and committing arson.
It's just every secret society in the university, right? Also, let's just check and see if his alcohol bottle's still in the bin over here. He said about not checking his recycling.
Finally return my phone calls, Desmond.
Oh.
Damn the emails. Safi was our only child. Can't you spare 15 minutes to discuss her funerary arrangements? No. She didn't have a will. And though she died by suicide, she didn't leave a note.
I haven't heard
Died
this.
by suicide? But I thought...
I prefer for her to be buried as soon as possible. I hate the thought of her lying in a funeral home. Alone.
I can't keep listening to this.
Yes, I can. Say more, Yasmin. Say more. Say more. Kahuna is slang for an important person. Ah, okay.
I don't blame Vin for wanting to ditch Caledon and get a fresh start.
Oh. Vin Lang. Actor, artist, personality. Driven and charismatic performer, hungry for exciting new opportunities in creative spaces or with a prominent arts organisation. And a bunch of his stuff. Interests. Social media, lifestyle, travel, hosting events, voiceover. Okay. Right, let's go talk to Diamond. And Vin, seemingly.
Don't mind us, Max. We were just finishing up.
To be fair, the idea of
Abraxas
someone who's
needs new
staff
blood.
running a school
You need
society is a
another
bit
line
odd.
on your resume.
Hold up, can we talk? I just want to ask you about Maya.
He's like, what is going on?
Please. I can't handle the both of you. Trying to exploit my weak spots.
Hello, Kerwin. Welcome.
Did I just witness a failed crown snatching?
You gotta seize the opportunities when you can. And hey, it almost worked. Speaking of which, what's the deal with Maya? Isn't she the undergrad who died a while ago?
That's her? Why, do you know anything?
Just that Vin looks like he bit into a lemon anytime someone says her name.
To be fair, he did.
So Maya makes Vin uncomfortable, huh? Let's find out why.
There's gonna be a debate at the beginning of next semester. A special little pissing match for Vin and me. Vin usually runs for Abraxas president unopposed.
But if I had the right piece of dirt, I bet I could make him step down.
If I give her something juicy and then go to the other timeline, maybe I can listen in on Diamond confronting Vin?
Ooh. Okay. Huh. I do think it's a very good point. Like, a society for students being run by someone who isn't a student is a bit odd. You know? It's a bit strange. It's a bit strange. Anyway, Vin's covering something for Yasmin, or Vin said Maya had mental health problems. This is what I mean, right? Like, Vin's acting very suspicious, okay? Like, we know he's acting suspicious. We know he knows some stuff about Maya. You know, he knows more about Safi's car and the skull in it. And yet, he's supposed to be a romance option. This is one of the things where I'm like, why? Like, why are people, like, getting, like flirting with this guy or getting into a relationship with him in this game when he's, like, one of the most suspicious characters in the game? That's just me, but it's not knocking you if you're into him, but for me, I'm like, I don't see, the pieces don't connect well for me. Anyway, Vince covering something for Yasmin, or said Maya had mental health problems, B.
Vin gave a statement where he said Maya had mental health problems. Which may have been true, but I think there's more. What I'm saying is, someone let Maya down. Really badly.
I don't get it. Were Maya and Vin friends or something?
I'm not sure, but they definitely knew each other.
And Vin gave a statement about her death. What a pompous little piece of shit.
Go forth and conquer, or don't go too hard on him. Go forth and conquer.
Whatever
Screw
he
it.
did,
Let's push it.
now's your chance to squeeze it out of him.
Damn. Okay, Machiavelli.
Can you do me a favor? Wait until I get out of here to bring this up with him.
You got it. I won't jeopardize your getaway.
This Vin's not going to tell me anything. Maybe the other one has looser lips. If I'm going to listen in on this conversation, I need to cross to the other side.
Yep, but first we got a message from Moses. Okay, update. Thought I hit a wall in the Alderman mystery, but then I got a single ping from the name Alderman in the Lakeport area. There's a bizarre report from 40 or so years ago about a widow named Mrs. Marjorie Alderman who'd be in her late 60s now. I'm still reading through it, and I'll reach out as soon as I've made any sense of it. Okay, so let me know.
Would Alderman's mother know what happened to her son?
What's the unknown number?
Shit. Do I have to go to Abraxas meetings now? This is why I never did extracurriculars.
Oh, because I've not done the puzzle box before, until this playthrough. Salutations, Max, and congratulations on solving our devious puzzle box. Allow me to be among the first to welcome you to the illustrious and exclusive Abraxas Society. Cool or whatever, I guess. Ironic detachment, you'll fit in perfectly. Bruh. Well then. I guess we're an Abraxas member now. Damn. Alright, so we go to the living timeline, then we pulse to listen in on the other one. Also, Twitch chat, we're not going to be mentioning anything political today, thank you very much. I know there's big American election news, but I'd rather we don't promote either side or talk about it at all. It's a very hot topic right now for very good reason, and I don't want us opening that can of worms here. Hello, Vin. Nice hair, dude. I'll give him credit for that, he's got nice hair. You know? Oh, hi, Diamond.
Can you let a man make a stale cup of coffee in peace?
No. Because here's the thing. I didn't want to bring this up before, but I know about the statement you made. About Maya. You told people she had mental health issues, but that wasn't the whole story, was it?
That's an extremely fucked up thing to bring up.
Nobody expects the head of Abraxas to be Mother Teresa, but they shouldn't be covering up details about someone's death.
Alright, fine. You wanna know what happened? After Maya died, Yasmin told me that if I stated on the record that Maya was troubled, he'd give me a job as her assistant.
Holy.
Whoa.
Anyone want to hear about what you had to say about Maya?
I don't know, Dinah, maybe because we were fucking friends? I met in one of Colmenaro's fiction classes and it clicked.
And you said that shit about her?
Shut up. You wanted a performance and now you're gonna kick it. I grew up without any money, okay? Most kids at Caledon don't get what that's like. And I'm not fucking stupid, okay? I'm not gonna make it as an actor. So yes, Yasmin promised me a stable, a respectable job, health insurance. And I took it. And I cared about Maya. And it was a horrible thing to do, and I've regretted it ever since.
Shit.
I don't have to bring that up in the debate.
There's not gonna be a debate. I'm dropping out of the race.
You're just gonna let me be the head of Abraxas? Like that?
It doesn't feel very good. In the end, does it?
Vin met Maya in Lucas's class. And he also knows something about the cow skull through Sophie's windshield, which conveniently made Lucas look guilty. If I can pressure the other Vin, maybe he'll tell me what the hell is going on here.
And that's one thing, like, Diamond is one character that I don't feel like we get enough of in this game. Like, as a character, I don't understand why she's so interested in the Abraxas Society to begin with. Why does she want to run it? What is it about her character that means that she wants to push to lead it? Because it feels like it's a bit of like an elitist thing. She doesn't strike me as an elitist type character. So I would have liked to have known more about that. Oh, we got more. Okay, so that article about Mama Alderman, it gets so wild, so bear with me. 40 plus years ago, she was admitted to Lakeport County days before her due date with what she described as complications with her pregnancy. Only despite what she claimed, not only was there no baby, there never was one. She and her late husband, she said, had planned to name their baby boy after his father, Vincent. It's like there's been hints of who Alderman was, or maybe should have been, but only hints. So the guy we saw earlier today,
and I thought my
shouldn't have been there
powers
at all.
were a burden before.
So this is like, there's been some debates over what this means, like maybe he didn't exist to begin with. My interpretation of it is a bit of a Doctor Who erased from existence type thing. Like, Max's powers and messing with time again has started to cause little problems here and there. And one of them is Alderman's past self suddenly showing up at the Overlook, and them interacting with each other causes a paradox and he's erased from existence. Like, I view it as like a Doctor Who type thing. There are some people who've interpreted it differently, and I don't know if there'll ever be an official explanation from Deck 9, but that's how I see it personally. Sebastian the Hedgehog? Not
the
Sonic or Shadow?
hedgehog, distant relative of the shrew, enjoys its rest after a full day's work for the kahuna.
Just don't break it?
I could just get you a new one. It cost me like $2.
I don't want a new one. I want the one you gave me.
That's
Say
adorable.
cheese, little guy.
Oh. Do 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 do. He's got a plaster on him. Oh, post. There we go. Prickly exterior, yet secretly vulnerable. Are you trying to tell us something, Finn? Only that I contain multitudes, Caulfield. To be honest, his multitudes contain multitudes. Might be time for a cold shower, Reg. That's genuinely adorable. Why do I feel my maternal instincts kicking in? You never want to co-parent. Or you ever want to co-parent, let me know. You begged your mum and me for a hedgehog when you were 6 and then got mad when you found out there weren't any blue ones. Wait. You're telling me Max is a Sonic fan? I didn't see this. You're telling me You are telling me Max Caulfield is a fan of Sonic the Hedgehog. Is it possible for me to be more like Max? Other than, obviously, gender. But is it possible? Because now there's another thing for me to latch on to. Oh boy, I'm insufferable. Also, Ryan's her dad, by the way, in case it wasn't entirely obvious. But, bruh. This is episode 3, Game Freak. Okay, so let's go talk to, wait, which Vin are we talking to? Hang on, I'm confused. Living World Vin. Yeah, okay, cool. Whoosh. Cannot believe Max is a Sonic the Hedgehog fan. I'm going to assume that she still is now, even if she absolutely isn't at this age. But you know what? I'm not that much younger than she is here, and I am, so I'm going to pretend.
I know you're busy. Give me just a minute of your time.
I know you got your job by lying about a girl who killed herself. His face is going to drop.
Yasmin gave you this job as a favor, didn't she? For talking to a reporter who was writing about Maya's death?
Didn't your parents ever teach you to not bring up people's dead friends for no reason?
There is a reason. I promise.
Please, enlighten me.
I'm trying to help myself. No, someone.
It might not make a lot of sense, but I'm trying to help someone. And that means learning about Maya.
Maya's been dead for years now. She can't help you or anyone else.
Just go with me for a second, okay?
All right.
You said in your statement that Maya was troubled. But that wasn't true, was it? Vin, what really happened?
Ask Lucas Colmenero. It all started in his class. He has Maya's blood on his hands.
Well, well, well.
You're not saying Lucas
Killed her? Not literally, but... The man deserves every misfortune that befalls him.
Well, alright then.
Like, for example, if Safi suspected him of tossing a cow skull through her windshield?
No more free secrets. I have a reputation to protect.
I guess I could reveal one of the other secrets I know.
Ooh. Which one's the most useful one to bring up? I don't trust him, so I'm not going to reveal anything too private. You and Safi were together. Just say that I've got dirt
You
on
and
you.
Safi had a thing, didn't you?
One, information I already know isn't exactly thrilling. Two, I'm dying to know how you figured that one out. Because I'm confident it wasn't Safi.
I saw a photo on your phone.
Remind me not to underestimate you.
Alright. So was the cow skull you, or not?
Yes.
And there we have it.
So, why?
I mean, you've seen a pissed off Safi before. She's like a force of nature. When I heard her book got squashed, I seized an opportunity to aim her at a deserving target.
So you were, what, protecting Gwen?
That's as much as you get. And now I really do have to get back to work.
Well...
But, Caulfield, whatever the real reason is for you digging up old history, be respectful to Maya. She suffered enough while she was alive.
Well, he already said that he wants to steer at a more deserving target, and the skull was signed by Lucas Colmenero, and is the skull on Lucas Colmenero's book.
You're kidding.
Sounds more like we're focusing on him.
How much? That's what I'm talking about. Ha ha. Compare us all you want. Only one Colmenero has a movie deal, and it's not Roberto. Samuel, I'm sorry. Can you please hold? Absolutely not. Out of my office, now.
But
I just shipped my son out of the country because of your little stunt. You think we're just gonna go back to being friends?
Blood on your hands? Or Maya? Tell me about Maya.
I want to talk to you about Maya Okada.
Whatever you think, you know, you'll never be able to prove it. Now get out!
Now this is a moment where you actually do have a bit of a difference, because he will just invite you in if you've been more friendly to him until now.
Prove anything? Whatever happened to Maya, Lucas was definitely involved.
Well, fortunately, we have another timeline to shift on into. So let's see what it says in his dead timeline office, because he's busy. He's at the Burlington Book Expo, and I am in his office.
Alright, let's see what I can find about Maya.
That standee's so good.
Poor devil. Banished to the hell from whence he came.
Alright, Alright, let's take a look around his office. An advanced reader copy of what? The
Seems like
Golden
at
Moment.
least one student remembers Lucas fondly.
It's been years and you probably don't remember me, but I was hoping you'd do me the honor of being the first one to read this. My publisher will go crazy for a blur, but that's not what's important. You inspired me so much in undergrad, I want you to tell me your thoughts. I think I'm in love with a
Looks
slug.
like a fun read. I didn't know Lucas did fun.
Is that like the what's that manga that I've seen mentioned? I have a friend who reads manga, like she showed me a few bits. Is it That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime? That's what it's called, right? Is it similar to that, I guess? Or is it completely
That's
different?
probably his ex-wife. They look really happy here.
Yeah, and his son. For the restraining order.
What a strange place to find a key. Must be significant.
I wonder what it opens. Espresso machine. It's clearly a fan of Sabrina Carpenter. Is it this drawer? Why would you try and open... Oh, I suppose
Doesn't
you didn't
fit.
know it was locked. I mean, I could pretend I don't know. Oh, Polaroid. Oh.
How'd they get in here? Jesus, some of these items are priceless. I've got a lot on my plate. I don't need this right now. Where the hell's Yasmin? Where's security?
Someone smashed his
First
office.
Gwen slashed tires. Now Lucas's office? What's going on in his timeline?
Yeah, it's strange.
Pretentious, shiny, and probably hasn't typed a word in years. Kinda like Lucas.
Ha! Good shit. Alright. Well, there is a lock on that, so I wonder, you know? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, lockpick a typewriter with a key. That's how the rhyme goes, right? What is this? What have we got here?
That's not what I was expecting. Wait, 1,000,000 miles beneath my feet? I know this. Maya wrote this.
In that city, the beast rose and stared into me. It became me. I had always been the beast. But that was later. Now I was trembling, freezing cold on a January morning. Yada, 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 yada.
Come on, there's gotta be a copy in here. Maybe 10 of them.
You ready?
Holy shit. It's the same.
First sentence. In that city, the beast rose and stared into me. The beast rose and stared into me. It became me. I'd always been the beast. It became me. I'd always been the beast. But that was later. Now I was trembling, freezing cold. And there it is. Lucas's book was stolen from Maya. They did say he had blood on his hands. And
Vin was
there's the
right.
blood.
Lucas
3
does
gallons
have
of the
blood
shit.
on his hands.
Gets out Polaroid.
This
She's
is
so
what I've
me.
been missing this
She's so
entire
me.
time. I have to talk to Sophie.
Give me a second, Lucas, while I pull out my Polaroid Generation 2 Now camera. But yeah, that is extremely screwed up.
Sophie, hey.
Stay strong, Habibti. You know where to find me.
Is something wrong?
Oh, you want to talk to me now? I've got nothing to say to you.
Sophie,
What? Did you spread my business to someone else? Dig up a couple more clues?
Shit.
Vin's
She
face.
knows
It's
I've
like,
been asking questions.
And I...
I'm not sure who you've been talking to, but I have a good reason.
Oh, you have a good reason. Well, in that case, what's your good reason, Max?
Christmas present.
I'm worried about you. I think there might be someone that means you harm.
Yeah. Me too. I don't have the energy for this. I think you should leave me alone for a while. Maybe a long while.
Vin's like, ooh, drama. Now, this is the scene I mentioned at the start of the video, where you imagine Max has got nice brown hair there, and then suddenly in the next scene, she's a zombie. It's just incredibly jarring. Like here, she'd just suddenly be a zombie with green hair. I do think the outfit coherency just could have been better. I've mentioned that every stream, though. At some point, I'm going to shut up about it, I promise you. I do love her outfit in this scene.
I spent so many nights like this when I was on the road. Diners, bars, hotels. I liked being alone then. At least, I think I did. Chloe's probably partying. She'd pick up from me. But it's not up to her to take care of me anymore.
I wish she could show up, Max. Why can't you just call her?
Just sit here feeling sorry for myself. I need some company.
Yes, she does.
I could ask Amanda to help me drown my sorrows.
New crosstalk post in Victoria Chase Photography. Happy birthday, Courtney, my BFF and fellow label. Ooh, you know if there's any more, but I'll never forget you. Alright, speak to Vin in the dead world, speak to Amanda in the living world, and leave the bar in the living world. So, in case it's not entirely obvious, it's time for some big character development scenes. But why talk to them when I can talk to Gwen? Hi, Gwen. How are you doing?
Hey, Gwen.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Here we go.
I'm sorry to bother you, but I really think you should take a look at the footage. It's weird. Like, game-changingly weird. I think you should fight this.
I'll look into it. Anything else?
Oh, that's all. I hope. Just take care.
See, even though Gwen reacted quite badly when we saved the USB stick last chapter, I did feel like that would end up being the better option. Definitely is. And we will see more consequences of that later. But not right now.
Just talk to me, Safi. Tell me what's happening.
I did not speak for so long that my tongue rotted, but my teeth got sharp. Redemption arc, yeah. I really like Gwen. There were a couple of characters. Moses was a character I just kind of felt was a bit kind of like he's fine, I guess. But like when I played the game, I was like, oh, he's really good. And Gwen, first I saw of Gwen, I thought she was a little bit abrasive. Wasn't really too sure I liked her as a character. Really, really like her, having played through the game, especially a few times. Like, she's a really good character. Alright, so we have to talk to Amanda and Vin, and I think you can imagine which one I'm going to have more fun with. But I want to do both, but I'd rather end on the higher note. So let's talk to Vin. Actually, let's talk to Amanda in the dead world. Let's see what Amanda says here.
Hey.
Nope.
Hey, you're supposed to give them an answer by tomorrow. How are we feeling?
Subtitles, can you work, please?
Oh, you know, I'm upright.
Take it easy, okay?
What changed?
It was all Moses.
Okay. Hello there, Vin.
For him.
That slide is great.
Probably too often. Join me? Help yourself. Rough day.
Everybody hates me. I'm annoying.
I'm bothering everyone. My colleagues, Moses, Safi. Safi used to get pissed at me too.
Good save.
Are you crazy? Safi was obsessed with you. She would talk about you all the time. I was always jealous. I mean,
Don't hurt yourself. I know about you and Safi.
Oh. Well, I should have told you.
No, you shouldn't. You two barely knew each other. What business was it of Max's? There should be an option that just says why. Like, who says it's Max's right to know?
There's been a lot going on. And it's not like we're besties or anything.
Ouch.
I wasn't her boyfriend or anything. And it ended a while ago, but I guess I had this idea that we'd make up. Eventually. Any other deep, dark secrets you've disinterred from my past?
See, Vin's a good character. Like, he's a well-written character. I really like what they do with him.
I know what happened to Maya.
His reaction.
Max, I was joking.
And I know what you did after she died.
I was young, I was an asshole, and I didn't want to end up working at my parents' liquor store until I shriveled up and died.
I do get it. I think what he did to get it is a bit fucked, but I understand it.
Does the past version of you ever feel like, I don't know, an alien? Like, the shit that person cared about is so worthless. You can't even remember being them?
No. Because at that time it was important to you. But I can empathize. I'll empathize with him.
That sounds like a shitty spot to be in. Especially right out of undergrad.
Right? Here I was with the chance to be salaried, health insured, even fucking 401k'd. And all I had to do was talk shit.
I'm very good at that. I could do that.
Which
I
I'm good at.
Yeah, I'm good at that too. I'll talk shit. Tell me who I'm talking to.
Sorry to bring down the vibes. I need to be more drunk.
See, you made yourself right at home.
I blame Vin.
A wave is so extra. See, that's another thing. Especially if you flirt with Amanda. If you go anywhere further with Vin here, it just feels unfair.
You hitting that?
Bro! At least say it. Huh?
I mean...
But even then, actually, that would sound worse, now that I think of it.
We were talking. And then Safi happened. And I guess Amanda didn't feel like I could hack it.
Oh. That's kind of whack.
She's probably right.
She's cute, but a little too principled for me, even discounting her utter lack of interest in my gender.
Hey, principals can be hot.
Uh-huh.
I'm serious. I will write you an essay. Passion is very sexy.
No, you're right. Passion is sexy. Like your buddy. The big guy with the telescopes.
Moses?
His performance, like, I do like the way the actor plays it. There's a lot of, like, extra energy to it that really works.
Double slit experiment. It was weirdly hot.
Oh my god.
What? You're saying you wouldn't?
He's my friend.
And this would be extremely friendly. Moses, smash or pass?
The eyebrows, legit, it's the eyebrows that do it. Like, it's the eyebrows. Also, as I said, the facial animations in this game are really strong. So, like, everything they do, like that now, like, you never get anything like that in any of the previous Life is Strange games. Maybe True Colors, possibly, but it's certainly nowhere near as strong as it is. Look, you just did it again! Those eyebrows, man! They're almost like Capaldi level. You can open bottle top. Look at the movements! It's so funny to me. Bruh. Oh. Also, it's the guy who popped up in my chat making a joke and then saying they're going to leave because I ignored them. If you really think I'm reading the chat every 5 seconds when I'm trying to play a story-based game, you're being incredibly impatient, please do go find somewhere else. But if you're here to enjoy the vibes, kick back, chill out. I will read your message when the time comes, and if I feel necessary, I'll reply to it. But right now, I've got Eyebrow Man flirting with me. That's more important. Sorry. Anyway, I'm not smashing Moses. He's a friend. No.
He's a friend. It'd be too weird.
More for me.
Assuming he
I'll
consents.
say this for
And also
Caledon,
was not in a
he's
relationship.
got a high ratio of fuckable faculty. Dr. Hunter, for instance. Interested?
The dialogue is wild. My goodness. Oh. You see, I answered these like myself, and none of the characters he brings up are particularly like ones I'd be like, yeah, why not?
She's a wife.
Like, I'm
So
not.
do a lot of people. Don't let your dreams be dreams.
Don't let your memes be dreams. That's more important.
Hold up. This is smash or pass, not have a healthy, long-term relationship and 2.5 kids or pass.
2.5?
I'm not
Where's the other
asking
half gone?
If you want to marry them, just
Oh my god.
Just.
exactly.
I do like. Do you know what? Especially replaying it again now. Chill. I do really like this scene.
No.
I do think him as a romance option feels a bit extra, but I do like what this scene.
Suck.
Hey, I'm just trying to think of people we both
But
know.
Lucas, really? Come on.
Lucas, smash or
And especially considering what we've just found out about him, if you say smash, you are on something different.
Pass. He's a dick.
Yeah.
and yet, I've put up with worse for less.
That says more about you, though, mate. This is more about you, I fear.
Okay, my turn. Yes.
Oh, that's just unfair.
Why?
Because then I'd have to admit just how hot I find authority figures.
Unsurprising.
I am incredibly unshocked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was such a... No, that was such a Yeah. It just like sidles up next to... Yeah, you're not surprised? You know? What about photographers who maybe are artists in residence? Yeah? Like, what the fuck, dude? He's so obvious. It's terrible.
Fine.
In a good way, like, but...
My turn again. Let's see, who do we both know?
Reggie? Poor dude's just sat on his own, bruh.
No. My students are off limits.
Good.
Well, as I am 1 at Caledon and 2 not one of your students, which appear to be your 2 standards.
Come on.
So, about me, Miss Caulfield, where do I fall on the binary?
Do you know, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be completely honest now. like I'm not normally. Replaying this, and don't worry, I'm not about to be some big Vin lover. Replaying this, properly like chilling and absorbing the scene without having like my critical brain on, just like absorbing it up. Like, this scene isn't quite as much of like a committing to a romance as with Amanda. Like, it's just kind of like, we're both drunk, fuck it, why not? I do think kissing him in front of Amanda, who you just like asked to go out with and you've paused for a bit because of Safi's death, is extremely screwed up. Because poor Amanda's gonna be sort of like, dude, what the fuck? And I think she does bring it up later if you do. But, like, putting that aside, if it was just her and him and there was no other, like, other stuff, like, I can kind of see it. Vin is a character, like I said, I think it's strangely set up because he's very suspicious. And granted, they clear up some of it and he explains some of his stances and stuff before this scene arrives, like with the car and throwing the skull through. We actually find out it's him and he gives some kind of justification. Is it a valid justification? You can make your own decision there. But I just don't feel like he's the most, like, he's a little bit morally grey in a lot of points, whether you empathize with him or not. And just the idea that Max would then want to get with him, maybe it's just like, does she like a bad boy? I don't know. Yeah, Creeks just said it in the chat. This is a drunken stupor and giving into random moment. Yeah, exactly. It's just giving into a random thing. I don't see this as a big romance. But with all that being said, I'm just giving it credit to this because I kind of understand and prefer it more having played it through this time. I'm like, oh, do you know what? Okay. However, Amanda is mine.
Don't take this the wrong way, but...
No worries. No hard feelings. That's the smasher pass.
We've all had a moment like this in a nice house.
Yep.
Well,
I'll never
it's
tell.
been fun.
Sorry. I can't believe I just said that with a straight face.
Night, Max.
Good night, Vin.
All right. So that's Vin's scene. I do actually quite like that. Do you know what? Genuinely, give it credit. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Can I talk to Reggie? Like, are you just... Oh, I can. Hello. You do not
Hey,
look good, Reggie.
Feeling okay?
I don't feel like I'm about to fall off the face of the earth. So.
Reggie.
No, I'm not doing good, Max. I wasn't doing good before I saw me. Now I'm worse.
I think something like that would rattle any...
It's not the only thing, though. When I was a freshman, I thought moving here, across the country, would fix everything that was broken inside of me.
Someone please remind me about what Reggie just said there about the doppelganger later.
I'm a fuck up. And maybe they're right.
You'll know when to remind me. Trust me. You'll know. You're not a fuck up, or everyone's a fuck up. No, you're not. You're not.
Reggie. You're funny, genuine, clumsy. But I've seen your photos. You're not a fuck up.
At least there's one thing I'm good at. Thanks, Max.
Anytime.
Yeah, Reggie's a cool dude. I don't mind it. Alright, we've had the Vin scene. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get mad with Amanda. All common sense goes out the window after the 7th Jaeger bomb. Does it really, Kareek? Intriguing. Oh, new message from Vin. There we go. We're cool, right? I mean, I know we are, but like, we are, right? Sure, with Vin, we're downright frosty. That's what I thought. And you won't tell anyone about me and Safi yet. Not that I mind, it's just, you know, other people might mind. It's under lock and key for Safi's sake. Cool, right? Thanks, Max. Okay. Alright. Amanda in the living timeline. Here we go. Now, in fact, I'm going to get this out of the way right now, because you probably know where this is going. This is going to be the romance scene. I have talked about this in the review. I don't love that this happens in the living timeline, when in the dead one, like, Amanda shut it down and went, hey, you know, you're not okay mentally, and they both kind of agree this isn't a good idea. I don't love that the context around this, but I'm putting that aside, because I absolutely fucking love this scene, and it's probably my favorite scene in the game, question mark? Maybe? I don't know how much high pitch I can go, but just putting that aside, because I don't want to talk about it later on. I want to just kind of push it now and leave it. So, let's enjoy some cinema.
Hey, sport. Working hard or hardly working?
Sport? You cosplaying as a boomer dad today?
Hey, you said it first.
She did.
I doubt it. Old sport is more my style anyway.
So, what's
Finals
going on
weekend.
there?
Everyone that's come in here lately has that same frazzled look. A drink to ease your troubles.
That British accent's really good.
Shot.
Old sport, to ease your troubles.
Are we wanting a gasoline on fire flavor experience? Or a sickly sweet, rated grandma's liquor cabinet kind of taste?
Considering I'm a vodka shots and orange chaser kind of guy, I'm going gasoline on fire.
Let's do the gasoline. I want to burn my throat
Me when I listen to The Weekend on
Shitty
FM.
mezcal? All of the smoke, none of the dip.
Taste buds are overrated.
How are we feeling now?
Buzzed from the look of it.
Like I keep thinking I've hit rock bottom, but then I realize I'm still falling.
You are such a disaster.
Real. Oh.
God, I certainly have a type.
Don't you just? I love how self-aware Amanda is as well.
You need more than a drink. Let's hang.
See, I wonder how different this scene would be, actually, one other thing. I wonder how different this scene would be if you didn't ask Amanda out in the first chapter. Context-wise, I think it'd probably play out the exact same way, but it'd be interesting. I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna have to do a whole other playthrough to see how this goes. Because, to be fair, I would do that. I'm not turning you away. You won't get in trouble.
Don't you have a bar to tend?
We don't need to leave the turtle to have fun.
We don't need to leave the
Remember that
turtle
date we were gonna go
to
on?
have a good time. Sorry.
What do you say we have that date now?
What are we gonna do? Kidnap the members of Revenge Horse and force them to play here?
As if. Revenge Horse only plays house shows.
We'll tell them this is a house and they'll be here in no
We
time.
might not be able to go to a show for real, but we can always pretend.
I guess.
Bitch, shut your dumb eyes. Okay. We pull up to my buddy Eddie's house.
Eddie?
We call it the
He's
Rat
one of our mods
Hole.
in the chat.
Best house shows in Lakeport. Revenge Horse goes on at 11, but at the Rat Hole, that means midnight.
I love the lighting.
The place is packed. We can smell Granite Joe smoking a blunt out back. And Eddie waves to us from a table full of scary merch.
It's so funny that like Life is Strange, the first game, was synonymous for having the worst lip syncing in existence, and then Max's like sequel has scenes just zoomed in on people's lips, perfectly in sync with what they're saying. That's growth, baby. That's growth. Define scary merch.
Hold up. Why is the merch scary?
We approach the merch table. It's covered in stickers and pins, and they're all of this horse that looks like it was, quite frankly, drawn by a toddler, and yet it's powerful. No matter where you stand, it stares into your soul.
Sick as hell. I buy a sticker.
You now have one sticker.
Hey, do I hear the band doing a sound check downstairs?
Ahead of schedule? Let's check it out. Careful, the stairs are steep.
I love how absorbed they both get into it. Like Amanda's not having to carry it as much anymore. Max is just like, no, let's advance this.
Revenge Horse opens with my favorite song. Fuck, marry, kill.
Unironically, I want to hear a full version of this song. It actually sounds quite good. I want to hear it fully.
And a mosh pit opens in the smoky dark in front of the stage.
I mean, come on. You know which line I have to press here. It's the most important piece of dialogue in the entire game.
Let's thrash, Chocobra.
Okay. Let's pretend you said something normal, but basically that. We throw ourselves into the crowd.
Let's thrash Shaka, bro. For fuck's sake. Oh, I love you, Max Caulfield. I really do.
No!
To be fair, I probably immediately get a black eye.
Oh, then I fight us away back to the bar and get you an ice pack.
I like that I'm picking up souvenirs.
I'll only need one eye to see the show anyway. Hey, the singer. Is she a stage diver?
I mean, in so much as you can call a thrifted area rug a stage, sure. She sets her guitar down and takes a running leap towards the crowd.
I catch her.
I run over to the spot where she would land.
Wait, don't you have an ice pack in one hand?
Oh. Oops. Yes, I do.
Shit. I hope you're prepared for what happens next.
Don't tell me that the singer, that she...
Stone cold dead on the floor. But don't worry, this is how she would have wanted to go out.
I thought she said it was a rug
Before
was
we
the
leave,
stage. How
we
is
each
jumping
receive
from
an
that
invitation
killed
to
her?
her Viking funeral.
That's Max's third kill. Yeah, oh wow,
That
yeah,
was
damn.
the wildest show I have ever seen. Or, like, talked about.
Told
No, you
be
can
worth
save
it.
a Game Freak if you don't have the black eye
And
from thrashing.
You're walking away with.
Then you can save her.
Let's see. One terrifying horse sticker.
Cool.
Some bruises from moshing.
Cool. Consequences? Maybe not
and
cool.
an invitation
to a Viking funeral.
That's a pretty good date, that.
That was just a dry run. Imagine what the real Revenge Horse show's gonna be like. It's been a buck wild day. But that made me feel like, I don't know, maybe tomorrow my existence won't make things worse for everyone around me.
Amanda's like, for goodness sake, Max.
You keep saying that about your day. What happened?
Why are you so nice to me?
Shit. I'm doing it again. My therapist says I latch onto people too quickly. But what am I supposed to do when
do
I
that a
deal
lot.
with someone? Act like a bitch?
I just feel like there's so many things in both of these two characters together that I can relate to. I mean, well, Amanda less so. I mean, she's literally a lesbian. I can't relate to that per se. Apart from, you know, women being, you know, it doesn't make me a lesbian, come on. But like that getting attached to people quickly, that's like, when she said that, I was like, oh wow, cool, someone in a game like me. Anyway, that would be hot.
Bitchy women are a huge turn on, so.
The way she says it so like bashfully as well.
Good to know. Because I can be vicious.
Good name for a comedy.
Look, what can I say? I have a thing for emotionally unavailable women.
You're not saying I'm...
You're literally in my bar talking about yourself like you're a Category 5 hurricane.
Don't say tornado.
Sorry, did I do something wrong?
No. I really want to kiss you. It's just that like I said, I tend to go for women who don't feel the same way about me. And you need to know I'm not just projecting. So, you kiss me first.
Oh, what a really tough choice. Whoops!
I'm a sucker for a good dare. But I'm also very polite. So.
I could not wipe the smile off my face the first time. I still can't now.
Are you trying to break me? Max Caulfield, you are the worst. Fuck.
Wahey! Oh, it's such a, like, genuinely, I could not think of a way to write or change this scene better. Like, it is perfect start to finish. So well done. It's so well done.
When do you get off?
About an
Right
hour.
now? No.
But before we do anything else, maybe we should sleep on it?
In my bed?
As much
I
as I
love her.
like that.
I love her.
I'd like to be able to tell my therapist I made good choices this week.
You are a very smart woman. Goddamn.
Troy, what game freak? What have I done?
To be continued. Okay.
Okay, and I just have to, just for a moment, I just really want to point out the irony here, because obviously we didn't kiss Vin. But for anyone who's not played or not seen the Vin romance, I just want to point out the very obvious, like, difference between how their scenes end that I find extraordinarily funny. When Max kisses Amanda, she's desperate to know when she clocks off, so she can obviously, you know, be like, in my bed. Just that line, it genuinely sounds funny, but that line has lived in my head rent-free for the last week. The way she delivers that is just perfect. Genuinely, if we ever do another interview with Hannah Tell, which genuinely might well happen in the future, I may well make that happen, honestly. But if it does, I'm going to say to him, like, that delivery, you had no right to deliver that as well as you did, because it just gets me every time. But Max is desperate to be like, when do you get off work? If you kiss Vin, Vin is like, let's go somewhere, and you have to give him an excuse to not go, which I just love that, like, depending on who you pick, the game's like, Max really wants more, or Max really does not want more. The game goes, you might have picked the option, but Max is going to decide how it ends, or at least says how she wants it to end. I just love that the game's clearly like, Amanda's the one to go for, you know? It's the right choice.
For now, I have to get back to it.
I could eat you under the table is also iconic. Very true. Also, let's face it, who plays Life is Strange and goes for the heterosexual relationships? Sorry, that's a lie. When I was playing as Sean, I went for Cassidy instead of Finn. Mainly because I didn't like Finn as a character. Okay, so there's one exception.
I don't want to be alone. But I'm not sure there's anyone else to talk to. Fuck. Maybe I should just head home for the night.
Yep. That's our bar scene wrapped up. So let's head back home. Hey up. What's going on here? What's all this then? Oi oi.
What the hell?
Look at those Doc Martens.
We now return to your regularly scheduled fuckery.
Someone's broken into the house.
Oh, God.
Alright, chat. If you've played, don't guess, obviously.
Bad.
But if you haven't, who's broken into the house? Place your guesses. Even the back door's open. So maybe they came and went. Santa Claus? I buy it. The one sus guy from school? Which one? What's going on here then?
Whoever was here really messed this place up. What were they looking for?
What were they looking for? The memories box.
No. All my Arcadia Bay stuff. What the hell do they want with this?
Poetry books.
Safi's books. What could anyone want with those?
Maybe we should check upstairs? Ooh. Chloe photo.
God, I wish you were here, Chloe.
Me
I
too.
could use some of your courage.
I wish you were here too, Chloe. Also, you can just casually change clothes right now if you wanted to. Should we just change clothes? Fuck it. I do like the standard look. Let's get those cherry red docs back on. Look at that. See, whoever the intruder is, don't worry. I really need to change my coat. It was really important that I did that. The snacks. Oh.
Oh no. You're scared.
See, the cat content, there's not much in each episode. There definitely should be more.
Iris? Say tuna fish. Maybe not the best time for a photo op, but you're so cute. I can't resist a cat on a fridge. Hey, say meow. Fair enough.
This cat can, the fact a cat can finally look down upon me as nature intended. I think I've seen that cat around. Not every cat's a mystery, Loras. It doesn't have to be a mystery to be cute. Come on. Give that dingus a treat or I'll cry.
Hey, you're okay? What happened? Did you see who came in?
That doesn't sound good.
That doesn't sound good. Come on.
Also, I
John.
believe at least some of the cat capture
I'll
was
catch
one of
you.
Hannatel's actual cats, which is such a lovely little tidbit.
You stay up there then. Gather your thoughts.
I did notice the to-do list said "Tell Safi the truth" on Friday, which wasn't there before, I don't think. So what's that about? Arcadia Bay newspaper. Oh!
They're still here?
The dark room.
Fuck! I think they just went into the dark room.
The 4 cat names are all names of her cats. I thought they might have been. I did not. I couldn't remember how many she had.
I don't need an article. I see the wreckage every time I close my eyes.
New message from Amanda. Max, I just found out Revenge Horse is coming in the spring if you want to go IRL. I'd love to, but... Sounds great, I'm kind of dealing with something at the moment. Let me get back to you. Sure you okay? Nothing I can't handle. Well, let's find out. Go downstairs. What's going on in the dark room? That coat is so cool. I want that coat. Okay, I lied. I did change the coat for a very specific reason because I thought this would be really funny. Spider-Man pointing a Spider-Man meme.
Shit.
Ditto.
Oh shit, he's right. You're me. I wish I could tell you there's a reasonable explanation for that. Wait!
It's minimum Caulfield. Shut up, Elliot. And off she goes. Bye-bye. Oh. It's not just weird finding out Max is responsible, but also seeing 2 of them is like, oh. Hang on, I think the other Max's beanie just disappeared for a second in one shot. Uh-oh.
Damn it!
How are we gonna get across? Oh, if only there was a convenient timeline switching section right here where I could jump to the dead timeline and just leap across the bridge like that. It's so weird seeing those boots in the game because I have those exact boots. You just know the Max cosplay is coming eventually. Like, you just know it. In case it wasn't inherently obvious. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Red Archer Live. So now we need to follow her.
No doorways to the other world on this side of the log. I need to find a way to track her from this timeline.
And how are we going to do that? If only we had some kind of power.
How do I know which way?
One that could, I don't know, pulse? Look at that. Now we know exactly which way to go. We just keep following that path, and if it splits again, we check again. So we know it's this way. Oh, another split. Where next? Not that way, but this way. Also looks like there's some kind of changing point over there, I'm guessing. It's a bit sad that the frame rate isn't solid. Like, look at that there. It's not a solid 60 here at all. They definitely could do with some optimization improvements for the performance mode, for sure.
Hope I haven't lost her.
Through we go. Now we need to change back to the other timeline, baby. And look, a nice convenient point right here. Back into the living timeline. And look. Wait, no, welcome to Snowmont. Don't really get a chance to check anything there, sadly. Wish we could.
What the? Stop! For fuck's sake, just stop!
All right. You caught me. Now what?
Thank you for the raid,
Now
Becca.
what?
Also, traces of illusion coming in the background. Just want to say, I saw someone complaining on Twitter. I mean, of course, it's Twitter. What do you expect? But people complaining like, oh, this song gets used too much in the game. No, it doesn't. Like, I don't mind there being a song that pops up a few times during the game, and this is a good song anyway. And it was the one they used in the first trailer anyway. I like it being tied to, like, the big twist moments. Where did you come from?
Where did you even come from? Are you from the future?
Is this what's been going on with you? That you've completely lost the plot?
I don't understand. Why were you in my house? What are you looking for?
What are you looking for?
I love this song.
All that stuff in your dark room about Lucas, about Vin, about Gwen? Shit you have no reason to know about or care about.
Hannah really sells the delivery on this other Max, by the way. Like, it's really good. Don't you care about it?
Wait, what? But you know too. You care too. Don't we want the same thing?
Absolutely fucking not.
Stop. Please. We can't touch each other. I've seen what happens. Please, trust me.
Trust you? Go fuck yourself, Max.
No!
They touched, but they didn't have a moment where they absorbed into each other. What's going on here? I'm glad Hannah finally got to vote for my favourite actors. That Paul Bettany moment is still my favourite things. If you don't know, Paul Bettany said in the middle of WandaVision press that he had a scene later in the show where he got to work with one of his favourite actors, and it turns out he was talking about himself because of the Vision on Vision scene, which honestly, some people didn't like. I thought was the funniest shit. I just loved that he said that. Also, that is like I saw that coming miles away, that scene. It's like one of those camera angles where you just know something's gonna happen. There was one of those in the first episode of The Walking Dead Season 3, like the Telltale game, where someone gets shot. I could just tell from the camera angle. I was like, oh, you're about to die. Sometimes angles just give that stuff away, I feel like. See, so why is Max able to touch this other Max? Yeah, there's a couple of points. Remind me about Alderman and about Reggie, chat. And I'll discuss both of those in a minute.
Come on!
The ice is cracking a little bit too much, Max. You might have a problem. It's called, you're gonna fucking die. Telescope moment. Huh. Whoosh! That is just so cool, by the way.
What the fuck was that, Supermax?
Chloe?
Come on. Let's get you
Have to
warm.
admit, for a second, I really thought this was Chloe, and I was like, what is happening?
You were too soft for academia.
Ladies and gentlemen, the other Max is Safi. Woo-hoo-hoo! How's that for the cliffhanger, baby? Oh, I'm still not sure these choice stats have changed since I played this before the game launched. Like, I wonder if they have been updating, because I think some of these percentages are the same, or at least very similar. So, a couple of things I want to talk about before we go through choices or anything else. There are 2 points I want to bring up, and now we have one cliffhanger, which is that Safi appears to be a shapeshifter. Won't go into anything more than that, obviously. But obviously, exciting implications of someone else having powers. But it does account possibly, as things will often be explained. You know, there have been a few doppelgangers. Why was Gwen seeing herself dealing drugs? There were other moments, other things that will be explained that I won't spoil. But the thing that I wondered was, how did Reggie see himself on the Overlook when that was in the dead timeline? Because surely the doppelganger is Safi, who is dead at that point. I imagine what Reggie saw on the Overlook is like what Alderman saw. Maybe the old Overlook is just like a bit of a strange place after Max started using her shifting powers. And maybe he saw an old version of himself on the Overlook. Maybe that's what Reggie saw. It's never explained. That's why I'm mentioning this now, because it was one thing where I thought that really didn't get an answer. And I wonder if that's the answer. That Reggie saw like an echo of himself rather than a full-on doppelganger. And just because he knew it looked like him, like Alderman recognized himself, even if he was a bit echoey. Maybe that's what happened. Also, Alderman, the answers we get in this episode are all we get. He's not mentioned again now in the rest of the game. Spoilers. Not really, because there's other stuff that happens. But I kind of have felt a bit funny about that as well since the game came out. Like, why don't we get a mention or a talk about him again in the future? But really, like, again, playing it, the more I play it, the more I see it a little bit. Now, it definitely means that some of these things I think could be made more obvious, in my opinion. But I do see some of the hints as we go through, and I do think that it's more to prove that Max's powers are causing instabilities, you know? And again, it depends on how you interpret the Alderman thing. Like I said, I think it's, you know, him touching himself creates a paradox and erases him from existence like that. And that's why, you know, that also is a point to Max saying to other Max, we can't touch. And then when they do touch and nothing happens, you know something else is going on there. So, I'm seeing things that I wasn't seeing as clearly the first time, is my point. Anyway, so let's look at the choices. So 17% saved ourselves, 83% hung on to him. I'm surprised about that much. But again, I think that's the same as before the game came out. So I don't know if these percentages have been updated. And there's no refresh button like there used to be. So I wonder if like they haven't updated the stats in a while or something. I'm not sure. Oh, wow, we were in the minority again with Yasmin. 24% called out the lie. Yasmin distrusts you and your relationship is now shattered. Whereas 72% kissed Amanda. Good choice. Good choice. And 50% passed on Vin. 90% didn't even talk to him. Damn. Optional options. Moses' anime phrase. Max got the phrase correct. Max couldn't promise that Safi would stay safe. Max did not mix up her Loretta's. Oh yeah, you can make a comment to Living World. Loretta actually forgot to speak to her here, but you can make a confused point between her and the other Loretta, which I spotted, I think, the first time and didn't make, but it's interesting that that's there. Max left phone guy's grade alone. It's an optional thing that doesn't appear again, as far as I know, so whatever, kind of forgot about it. Max did not talk to the future or hear from the past at the phone art project. Whoops. Max told Vin she knew about him and Safi's relationship. That was the most popular option. Max told Diamond Vin said Maya had mental health problems, again, more popular. Max ordered something strong from Amanda. Max did not order a drink at all, 2%. So hang on, that means only 2% of players didn't talk to Amanda in the living world. Because it says that 18% didn't get an opportunity to kiss her, but maybe that's because of like previous choices and stuff. Whereas only because as soon as you speak to her, you get the drink off her, right? So that means only 2% didn't talk to her. There you go. 41% of people did not reflect the Sammy Turtle. Whoops. Max passed on all of their colleagues in Smash or passed, 23%. Grease Trap perished while crowd surfing. Yeah, so it like the thing is, if you give us an option to pick Let's Thrash, everyone's gonna pick that because of the importance of that line from the first game. But that's the one that locks in, like, because you got a black eye, you can't run to save her. So if you don't have the black eye, you can save her from crowd surfing. Well, Max didn't attend the Revenge Horse concert, only 1% of people. Hang on. Well, that stat doesn't make sense then, because you only get the concert after ordering the drink. So how did 1% of players manage to not order the drink but still go to the concert then? Or is these numbers not adding up correctly or something? I don't know. Weird. Max found the intruder using only her powers. Max found the intruder using only clues. 22% Max found the intruder using powers and clues. I didn't even think to use my powers, and I never remember to use the powers in that scene. But there you go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of Chapter 3 of Double Exposure. Only 2 chapters to go, and as I've said, they are shorter chapters. So my plan, same time tomorrow, is we will do both chapters. That's my aim. I'm thinking we'll manage to fit both in. and it'll be good then for like a big cliffhanger double bill. I don't know. Like I said, I've made thumbnails for episodes 4 and 5, and I'm just thinking from a YouTube perspective, what is the best way to do it? What's the best way to do the video version? Should I split them up and just do them back to back, or just do one stream and not bother splitting it up? On Twitch, I won't stop streaming. I'll just do one full stream. But I think on YouTube, for the sake of watching things back, I might set up 2 different streams. And what I may well do is make the new stream while live on Twitch and do it that way. I think I'll do it that way. Either way, point being, you will all see the episode tomorrow. So those of you watching afterwards, this is irrelevant anyway. So I'll cut this off here for the YouTube folks watching afterwards. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all for Chapter 4, which by the time you're watching this, if you're not live, will most likely be happening, or about to happen, or has already happened. So go watch that. Hope you enjoy it. And thank you for being here. There you go. Cut that off there. But yeah, so I think we'll do the last 2 chapters tomorrow. I think we'll do that. This song is nice. Yeah, it's Dodie. Never been a big Dodie listener, but I do really like this song. I do really like it. But yeah, so that's going to wrap us up there. That's chapter 3 completed. To be fair, I keep saying chapters 1 and 2 are the best. I think really I should have just been saying chapters 1 to 3 from the start. I don't know why I've not been including 3 in that. Maybe it's because of the subconscious thing of chapters 1 and 2 releasing like ahead of time, even though I didn't play them ahead of time. Well, not without the whole game. But those 2 releasing ahead of time, and also that cliffhanger of Max with the gun, maybe that's why I'm like in my head, I'm like the first 2 chapters are the best. But really, the first 3 chapters are all really bloody good. And I'm really sorry if you're watching this and you haven't seen chapters 4 and 5, because I'm really setting up to be shit in the last 2 chapters. It's not shit, but I definitely think there's a drop-off in quality towards the end of chapter 4 and then through chapter 5. But genuinely, considering how I felt with the Vin scene in this stream, maybe I will feel more positively towards it as we go through it. And as I've said, it doesn't ruin the game. I just think it could have been better. That's all. But you will see you all tomorrow. Thank you all for hanging out on this stream. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. And I will see you all tomorrow at the same time of 8 PM UK time. That is GMT, not BST now. We switched it up. And we will continue. It looks like all the people I typically raid have stopped streaming, so I will not be raiding anyone. We'll just be cutting it off there. Thank you, Becca, and thank you for raiding. Sorry it was towards the end, but I appreciate it. Hope you're having fun with whoever you were streaming. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow, 8 PM, where we will finish Double Exposure on the stream playthrough. I'm excited. Really looking forward to seeing what everyone else thinks about it. Much love, and I will see you all later. Let's go back to the chatting stream, or this screen, because then I can go... Bye!